Hello and welcome to Bud Explains, where I take a subject, be that rules, history or concept from the role-playing world, and try to explain it to you in a way that I hope helps you understand how it works. Today's explanation is the Circle of Eight from Dungeons & Dragons. The Circle of Eight was originally created by Gary Gygax in 1975 for his World of Greyhawk campaign. They were further developed in 1988 by the then owners of Dungeons & Dragons, TSR Inc., as part of the storyline for the setting. So the big question at this point is, who and what are the Circle of Eight? In simple terms, they are an assembly of powerful wizards shrouded in mystery, an enigma cloaked in misinformation that have influence across the Flanaess, with the administrations being cloaked in secrecy and the names of its members unknown to those outside of the organisation. Their main purpose is one of maintaining the balance of power between law, chaos, good and evil, trying to ensure that nobody on any side of the philosophical argument overstays their time and power. The title of the group is, in fact, a misnomer. They actually have 9 members, the 8 wizards and their leader, the legendary archmage Mordenkainen. The Circle were founded in 571 CY, or Common Year, by Mordenkainen, from the remnants of a previous group called the Citadel of Eight. The original members were Bigby, who was Mordenkainen's apprentice at the time, Bucknard, Dramige, Leomund, Nistel, Otto, and Rary. These wizards are all household names amongst those with a predisposition towards the arcane, as the creators of many spells and magical items bearing their titles. In 574 CY, Leomund left the group to explore the Outer Planes, and was subsequently replaced by the wizard Otterluke in 576 CY. Bucknard vanished under strange circumstances in the year 579 CY, and 2 years later in 581 CY, the first woman joined the Circle of Eight, Jalazi Salvarian. This made the Circle of Eight from left to right Tensa, Dramige, Otto, Nistel, Bigby, Rary, Otterluke and Jalazi. Around 6 months after Jalazi joined the group, all of the Circle except Mordenkainen was slaughtered in the event of the AD&D scenario Vecna Lives, and Mordenkainen subsequently enlisted a group of adventurers to thwart Vecna's plans, while he gathered enough of the remains of his allies in order to clone them and restore them back to power. Around 584 CY, the Circle of Eight had returned and was working on putting an end to the wars that were ravaging Greyhawk at the time. Quite unexpectedly, the wizards Otterluke, Tensa and Bigby uncovered a foul plan by fellow Circle member Rary to kill all of the diplomats that had gathered to sign a treaty to end the war in a magical trap he had created. Sadly, Rary found out that his treachery had been discovered, and in a titanic magical battle that followed, slaughtered Otterluke and Tensa and badly injured Bigby before fleeing the scene. Rary had tasked an ally, a powerful warlord called Robbelaar, to ensure that Tensa and Otterluke's deaths were permanent by destroying the clones that they had prepared for this eventuality, and the pair of them fled to the Bright Desert to the southeast of Greyhawk to establish the Empire of the Bright Lands. In the year 586 CY, the Circle of Eight had its membership restored. Tensa had a clone hidden on one of Earth's moons, though when restored to life, expressed no desire to join up with the Circle again. The 3 missing members, Tensa, the still deceased Otterluke, and the traitorous Rary, were eventually replaced, and the Circle of Eight then became, from left to right, Warnes Starcoat, Theodane Eriasson, Alhamazad the Wise, Dramige, Bigby, Nistel, Otto, and Jalazi. So, one question you may ask at this point is, where are the Circle of Eight now? Well, since the essential abandonment of the World of Greyhawk setting by Wizards of the Coast, all has been quiet on this front, with the exception of one person, Mordenkainen. By the year 591 CY, he had given his full attention to leading the Circle of Eight, and at some point after he mastered the casting of 9th level spells, he ended up travelling to Barovia and the dread realm of Strahd von Zarovich, becoming trapped there and suffering from paranoia and memory loss, being known as the Mad Mage of Mount Baratok. At some point, adventurers from Faerun rescued him. This would be around 1491 Dale Reckoning, or about 707 CY, assuming no time distortion on Mordenkainen's part. Since regaining his mind and sanity, he is taken to studying in the Nine Hells, and was last encountered by Faerunian adventurers around 1494 Dale Reckoning, or about 710 CY. Mordenkainen remains one of the most famous living people in the entire Flanaess to this day. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like and share, and make sure to subscribe for more Bud Explains videos in the future. Bud out.